Trump. Welcome to the Savage Nation.
Hello, Michael.
Donald, how are you surviving the brown shirts who are attacking you?
Oh, they're terrible. They're terrible. They're going wild, but it's fine. And I'm in Florida right now campaigning. I'm in Tampa. We're going to Youngstown, Ohio. Right now I'm getting on the plane, leaving Tampa, going to Youngstown, Ohio, and I think it's going to be great. And but I think it's going really well, Michael.
Yeah, but Donald, let's get down to specifics here. These are organized protesters. They are violent. They're threatening. They're racists. They're bullies. They storm the stage. The guy who stormed the stage and was stopped by the Secret Service, why are they not throwing the book at this bum?
I don't know why he's not in jail. It's incredible to me. Everybody's telling me the same thing. Now he's going around. He's on talk shows. He's all over the place. And, you know, this guy should be in jail right now.
He should be in... Donald, you know better than I do that if you violate a Secret Service protection order, you're breaking federal laws. This guy has broken several federal laws. Why is he being a folk hero to CNN? This is serious business. You are the candidate of the people today. You have a right to your First Amendment rights. They have no right to interrupt you. We're all furious at what they're doing, and there's a high degree of racism towards white people coming out of these crowds. You see it better than I do.
Well, it's a terrible thing. This guy is a thug. And how he just goes away, and now he's becoming a big movie star, although he doesn't have the face of a movie star, that I can tell you. But this guy's a thug. He should be in jail. How they don't press charges is beyond me. It's just beyond me.
Well, all right. Well, we all feel the same way. So let's move on to the big day tomorrow, the Super Tuesday, this thing of John Kasich and Lehman Brothers. Do you care to comment on that?
Well, John worked for Lehman Brothers at a very high position as a managing partner. And he was at a very, very high position when Lehman Brothers crashed. It was Lehman Brothers, and they crashed, and they almost shut down the world economy. And he worked there. He was a disaster. And then if you look at his other things, I mean, other than the fact that they got lucky and struck oil in Ohio a long time ago, Ohio sits on top of oil. But now with the oil prices going down, you know, I don't know if you know it, but their budget has increased more than any budget of any state in the union. I mean, it's 35%, 36% increase, Michael. So all of this, plus he voted for NAFTA, which was a disaster, which, by the way, out of the country, but out of Ohio, it stripped the businesses and took them out. And the other thing is he wants TPP, which is a disaster.
Well, so did Ted Cruz push TPP.
TPP, and it's a big mistake. It will drain our remaining businesses. You know, we had GDP last quarter of nothing. Nothing. I mean, nothing's hard to do. We had nothing. If China goes down, you know, you take China, they're 7%. It's like it's a national catastrophe. Our GDP is zero. It's a disgrace.
Donald, I want to ask you again about Ohio. It's a very important state. It always seems to be the state that decides elections. How are you trending in Ohio right now?
Well, I'm spending a lot of time in Ohio. I love Ohio. I worked in Ohio for quite a while.
No, and I'm sorry. What are the polls showing? That was my question. Where do you stand regarding Ohio right now versus Kasich and Cruz?
Yeah, the polls are showing that Kasich and I are even, like at about 34 or 35. We're just about even, and Cruz is down way below, and Rubio is way back, and Rubio is way back. And
yeah, but Donald, listen, Kasich pretends to be a man of the people, came from poor people. The father was a postal carrier, whatever. I forget the story. I don't know whether he was a coal guy or worked in a steel mill, whatever, working class. But here's a man who worked for Lehman Brothers. That should certainly tell the people of Ohio he's not the humble man he pretends to be, in my opinion.
Well, he worked for Lehman Brothers, and let me tell you, if you watch the first two debates, he was screaming, shouting, ranting, raving. You know, he's not. Then all of a sudden, he got beat down, and after he got beat down, he pretends he's this really nice guy. Look, maybe he's a nice guy, maybe he's not. I can tell you, he has not done a good job for Ohio. Real estate taxes in Ohio have been forced so high because of what he's done with taxation that everyone's real estate taxes have gone up so much. And Ohio is a disaster. And if you look at the steel industry and the coal industry in Ohio, it's almost non-existent now.
Well, Donald, before you go, the big story today is that Kasich came out all in for amnesty for illegal aliens. He was on Fox News. He pledged to submit a comprehensive immigration reform plan to Congress in the first 100 days. He says that it's important to do. He says that they're all sacred, all the illegal aliens. What do you have to say about those statements?
Well, that's totally different. You know, he hasn't been that way for the entire length of the campaign. Now, he's 0 for 20. He hasn't won one state. And I guess he figures he has nothing to lose. And maybe it's a desperation attempt. Maybe it's a good way. I don't know. Maybe somebody's going to vote for him in Ohio. But it certainly is a very bad thing. What he's saying is that people that are here illegally are going to essentially be pardoned. And that's not the way it's supposed to work. You know, we have millions of people want to come into the country, and they're going through a legal process, and someday they're going to come in. And these people are going to get in for nothing, and that's what he's saying. And it's very unfair to a lot of people. No, you can't do that. It's a big mistake. We're not going to have a country if you do that.
Well, so you're standing by your original statements about illegals, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going to have a strong border. We're going to have the wall. Mexico is going to pay for the wall. Assure you we have a trade imbalance of $58 billion the wrong way with Mexico. They're going to pay for the $10 billion wall 100%. As sure as you're sitting where you are, Mexico is going to pay for the wall. And no, not amnesty. You can't. People will come into the country, and they're going to come in legally. And I want people to come in, but they have to come in legally. They can't do what...
Donald, listen, this is very important for me to say. Bill Clinton, when he was president, it was he who pushed NAFTA. I remember it. It was Bush who then drove the last nail into the coffin. We were told at the time before NAFTA, we had a trade balance with Mexico that was about $50 billion. In other words, they were buying more of our stuff than we were buying of theirs. It's all been reversed because of Bill Clinton and the Democrats. I don't think we should let them get away with that. They're the ones. We used to talk about the great sucking sound that would go south if NAFTA was passed. Well, look what's happened. The great sucking sound that went south is still sucking the jobs south. We've got to stop it, Donald. That's why you're popular right now, amongst other things.
Jobs are leaving us, Michael. They're being taken to Mexico and many other countries. We're not going to have any jobs left if they keep going like this. It's not going to happen. We're going to reverse it. We're going to bring our jobs back. We're going to bring our factories back. And it's not even a question. These people don't know what they're doing, Michael. They don't know what they're doing.
Where are you heading right now? You're jumping on your plane going where?
Youngstown, Ohio. And which is an amazing place. And I have so many people that I know that live there. And we're going there. I'm going to make a speech. And that's going to pretty much wrap it up. We're going to do, I hope, really well in Ohio. I think we're going to do great in Missouri. I think we're going to do great in North Carolina. I think we're going to do good all over. And we have the big one in Florida, as you know. And I'm just leaving Florida now to go to Ohio. But it's
you know, Donald, you missed me. I was in Florida all of last week, and you missed me. Did you know that?
Well, then I did miss you. I think we're going to do great in Illinois too, Mike. So that's what I'm hearing. So we have some.
All right, Donald, I'll let you get on the Big Bird and head out to Youngstown, an ex-great steel town. And thank you. It's always a very important day when you're on the Savage Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard the man himself. We'll be right back on the Savage Nation.
Join the